Just run us through this alleged kidnapping case, Chief, if you're so kind.
Sure. So Sunday morning, officers responded to the Publix at Village Center Drive in regards to a kidnapping which involved a sexual battery. As reported to us by a 35-year-old victim, she had been kidnapped in Davie, Florida by a 60-year-old male known to her and her family and driven to Port St. Lucie, where he committed a sexual battery act in the parking lot of a restaurant in Port St. Lucie right off of I-95 in Gatlin. And then he proceeded to the Publix at Village Center Drive, and he had her locate to the front passenger seat of the van that he was operating, and then he went into Publix. She said she took that opportunity to escape, run into the Publix, contact employees and ask for help. So the employees took her into a back room, kept her hidden, and contacted 911, and that generated the call that the officers responded to. Officers who responded were able to identify the suspect, locate him walking in the parking lot back to the van. He resisted officers' demands to stop, and he entered the van. Officers had to remove him to take him into custody. He battered one of the officers. He resisted arrest, and he had to be restrained by use of a taser. He is currently in custody, and the kidnapping allegation at Davie, as well as a sexual battery allegation that she made, are both ongoing investigations at this time. Davie PD is responsible for the kidnapping, Port St. Lucie Police Department for the sexual battery.
Chief, can you explain a little bit about how she was able to get help inside of the Publix?
So the exact details on that, I got to be a little bit scarce because it's an ongoing investigation. She was not restrained within the vehicle in a way that she couldn't have gotten herself out, so she just got out, walked inside the store. And
you indicated earlier that I guess she was sexually assaulted at a restaurant off of I-95 in Gatlin. In the van at this restaurant? What restaurant was that?
Yeah, I can't say that right now. We'll get that when we're able to release that.
And then they just drove over to Publix for some reason, and the gentleman.
So they were planning to drive up to Georgia, is my understanding. So they're going to pick up some supplies.
And he went into Publix and just left her in the van?
That is correct.
And then she goes into Publix?
That is correct.
Okay.
Do we know how the two know each other at this point?
We have an understanding of the relationship that they had. It was kind of, I provide you this, you provide me that type of situation. They were familiar with each other.
About how old is the victim?
35.
The affidavit says he had a tumbler, he was drinking. Was it alcohol? Was he under the influence as well? Would that be a charge as well, or?
We do not have a DUI charge on him at this time, if that's the question.
Do you know roughly when the alleged kidnapping occurred? Was it a few hours earlier?
Just prior, yeah. The distance driving time between Davie and Port St. Lucie.
Did she have any injuries?
No injuries were reported. She was taken to the hospital, obviously, for the sexual assault investigation.
Does he have any priors for anything similar to this?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Do you have any idea where she was picked up in Davie?
I don't know. That'll probably be part of their investigation.
So what are some of the unknowns with this right now, Chief? Is there stuff that, I know it's still such an active investigation and it involves another jurisdiction as well. What are some of the pieces that you guys are really still trying to put together?
Probably the more difficult aspect of is any witnesses, anybody familiar with them, any in their relationships. That would be in Davie, right? So that's outside of a jurisdiction. It requires time to travel. Additionally, there was communication between the two via cell phone. We have phones. We are going to be doing. We have search warrants for the phones. We are going to be examining those. The communication that took place between the two are usually very key in helping us understand what actually occurred. So that's also ongoing.
Was there any reason why they pulled off in Port St. Lucie? Like, did they have any ties here, or just happened to be where they got off?
No ties here, just big city, lots of availability, right place, right time.
How's the victim?
She's doing well.
Are they both cooperating with law enforcement?
To varying degrees. Varying degrees. Not all information is forthcoming.
Is there anything you want to say about the Publix employee? I mean, It was quick acting. It was quick thought.
They did great. I believe it was more than one Publix employee, but yeah, they absolutely did great. They did exactly what they should have done, so we're appreciative of that.
Does it seem a little, unusual that she would go into the store where this guy is? Like, because there's a zillion other stores around there in that plaza.
I think there are many questions that are obvious, and that would be one of them, right? But just remember that an allegation of a sex bat has been made, and we take those very seriously, and I don't want to do or say anything to call into question the validity of it until a complete and full investigation's done.